Well, in this episode, we're going to do a project that's basically going to be uh, a small artificial intelligence, okay? That is, an artificial intelligence application that takes a resume and compares it with a LinkedIn job posting, okay? We upload our resume, extract information from that resume using the Gemini API, okay? Well, we'll extract it with functions and Python code, but we'll use the Gemini API to do the reasoning. And on the other hand, we'll take a LinkedIn job posting and have them compared so we get some metrics on how similar they are, what I'm missing, and so on. Additionally, we'll also add another feature that's just for analyzing our resume, okay? Alright, perfect. So first of all, you need to install these three libraries, okay? PyMovPDF also in uppercase, alright? Feats, frontend, and tools. You know, pip install, pip install minus our requirements.txt to install all the libraries, okay? I already have them installed, so I'm not going to install them again, alright? And remember to have your environment activated, which you can see in these parentheses, okay? Perfect. So, let's get started. We're going to create a new file here and we're going to call it cv.py, alright? Great. From here, we're going to start writing our code. I've already grabbed a description from LinkedIn, okay? It's as simple as going on LinkedIn, just grabbing a job description from there, any job, and that's it. I grabbed one in English, alright? So, this one, it was for a senior data analysis, a senior data analyst, okay? Or a lead. Here it says what you're going to do, what you need to have for the position, what they'd like you to have, who you are, and what they offer, okay? It's a very complete job posting, even though it's in English, alright? The Gemini API doesn't care whether it's in English or Spanish. Alright, from here, this is what we'll use to, tell the prompt, to tell. We'll put this into the application we're about to make, okay? And we'll compare my resume with this job description and see if I'm a good match for this position or not, alright? So, let's get to it. The first thing we need is to load .environment, as always. Well, first we're going to put it here. Libraries, okay? .environment is the very first one, just like we've done in all the videos. Then we'll use base64, alright? Riplib as st to build the whole frontend, OS, and IO, okay? Operating system. From PIL import image, okay? To load images, although in this case what will actually load is a PDF. We'll import PDF underscore to underscore image, alright? And then we'll import Google, the Google API, Generative AI, renamed as Gen AI, to start working with the Gemini API. Then I'll also add Flitch, which is for PDFs, and Suitive, which I don't think is necessary, but just in case, I'll leave it here, alright? Because I don't think I'll do the exercise at home by myself before this. And, whatever, let's just leave this book here now, okay? Alright, perfect. Now what we need to do is load the environment variables, do some initial configuration, okay. The first thing will be to load .environment, alright? So we can access this .end file where our API key token is, and we need to access it. Okay, perfect. Where are we? Oh, yes, 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 here, okay. Now what we need to do is, from Gen AI, okay, let's do the configuration. We have a function called configure, and we'll give it a series of parameters, which will basically be our Google API key, okay? So API key equals operating system dot environment Google underscore API underscore key. All right, which is in here, like I showed before. Perfect. Configuration complete. Now we'll make the functions. Okay? This function is simply to check if a library is installed. Don't even pay attention to it. I don't think I even use that library anymore. And now, the first function we'll make will be for handling the input, okay? Function to receive the PDF, all right? Very good. Let's define the function. Here we have input PDF underscore setup, okay? And we'll load a PDF file. So, basically, we'll put here, if the file has been loaded, all right? If it's not empty, is not none, okay? Then I want things to happen. Wait, no, sorry, I made a mistake. If it's empty, I want you to say that the file wasn't found. So, I don't know, let's put here, file error, not file uploaded, okay? And if not, I want you to do something else. If the file is found, then we'll write the code. The first thing is to save that file as bytes, okay? In this type of format, so we'll use the upload file, okay? And we'll have it read the file, all right? And we'll store all the bytes in file underscore bytes, okay? Then we want it to be a file. I mean, what used to be a document, right? So for the document, we'll use the Flitch library, okay? Which is up here. And we look for a function called open, okay? Very simple. And what do we want to open? Well, this file here where we save the file the user uploaded, right? The application. So, we just set a series of parameters here in open, and that's it. The stream, which is like the file, and the type of file, which will be PDF, okay? Then we want resumes always have one page. They can't have more than one page, all right? We use page, we'll make doc, and we'll say, which page do you want to load from the resume? Okay. And I'll say it's the first page, but in my case, the resume only has one page anyway, all right? But if you happen to upload a resume with two or three pages, you'll always read the first one if you set it up like this, okay? Perfect. Then I'll tell it to have good quality so it can be read easily. This is an ATS system, okay? Like the system big companies use to filter resumes, right? So we need the pixels, to have a certain number of pixels and follow certain rules so the ATS resume system can read it properly. ATS is a system for resumes. So on the page we'll specify we want it to have at least 150 pixels so the resume has good quality. If it doesn't have 150 pixels, it won't work, okay? This is normal, because if it has too few pixels, it can't be read properly, right? And finally, what we'll do is specify that the byte should be in JPG format, okay? So all of this is a PDF that gets, well, not exactly, but it's a PDF that we convert to an image. That image has 150 pixels, and it's this whole setup to make sure that the PDF is good quality, all right? That's all there is to it. But still, once we've checked all of this, what we'll do is just like when we did the image videos, say, okay, what do I want to get from the PDF? Well, I want to get the type, which in this case is JPG, and then have everything encoded, you know? So that it gets decoded, okay? As a numeric value, all right, just copy this like that and that's it. And finally, I want it to return, to give me back the parts of the PDF, okay? All right. So now we have the PDF here, the whole setup ready so we can, move on, okay? To be able to load the PDF, sorry. So we have if the PDF hasn't loaded properly, there's no file. If it has loaded correctly, all of this is so it displays well. And if not, we have an except block and I say the PDF can't be processed because, a runtime error, so that the code doesn't keep running, so it doesn't sit there thinking for 3 minutes because the PDF is huge or because the PDF is corrupted, okay? So one option is for when it can't find the PDF or it's empty, and another option is for when it's a PDF that's very large or takes a long time to load. And then the good option, everything we want to search for in the PDF, right? Very well. The next function is the Gemini call, which basically means we want our Gemini API to respond to us, right? Depending on what we put in. So, same thing, we're going to add another function here, which is basically, Gemini, give me a response. Get Gemini response, okay? So, what does this need? An initial prompt, which I think I haven't added yet, right? Okay. An initial prompt that we'll add below, a PDF, right? And then I found this parameter, because otherwise it wouldn't. It's just for, job desk, no. Okay, this is just to make sure it works properly. I couldn't really find it online, so that's that. So now we need to set a model, as always, right? We need to create a model. I'll load the model, Flask 1.5, which is the free one, so just put that in. Generative model, Gemini 1.5, which is the free one, okay? And after this, I want you to now encapsulate or wrap up two things, okay? The prompt and the PDF, alright? So I want you to. I have the model. I have the text I want to encapsulate. Page content is 0, because it's page 0 of the resume, okay? And now I have to mix all of this together, okay? Alright. So if job desk is enabled, right? Let's see. Okay. If this is active, if this is set to none, okay? Then do this, input parse append job desk, alright? And if not, and when this happens, you respond to me, hey, model, fill the content, which is for, generating text, okay, from, to simple patch, alright? Which basically means input parse is mixing the prompt with the PDF, right? And here what we do is take the model we've loaded and put this in, the prompt and what we've written. Finally, it responds to you with text, okay? Very good. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And now what we have to do is the Streamlit front end, as always. Let's make the front and the Streamlit interface, alright? Which is always the same. Let's sing up. The usual Streamlit function is set page config, okay? Very good. And to this, we'll just add a title and an introduction, okay? An introduction, a description. So layout is what I would call the design, right? Then, in Streamlit, we'll add here, a front-end function, okay? Which is right. Remember, when I put a C, it's so the front end of the Streamlit application displays properly, alright? So that things happen. And then in the body we'll say, we want the user to read this, okay? The user is going to read, upload your resume and discover your strengths, skills, languages, and which roles you're best suited for, alright? Best suited. Good. Then we'll make two AIs, okay? One that compares your resume with a LinkedIn job posting, and another one that just analyzes your resume, okay? Perfect. So here we'll add a subtitle. It's, the email is always ST. And if something happens, well, nothing. Streamlit subheader. What kind of analysis do you want to do? And that's it. We'll give two options. Alright. We'll take the variable analysis type, and now we'll use ST radio. Alright. Radio is for, that's so you can choose an option. Okay. And we'll say, we can either analyze the resume in general or compare it to a LinkedIn job posting, right? Perfect. Let's see. We need to make it so that when the user picks one or the other, something happens. All right. So we'll create a job description variable that's empty, and then we'll fill it with stuff. All right. What the Gemini model is going to respond with will start here, okay? It will start filling in this job description. It has nothing to do with the one down here, okay? It's going to make its own. And we say if the user has chosen, has chosen the option to compare the job posting, right? Let these things happen. So I want my job description, which is currently empty, to now have things happen to it. So we'll say Streamlit, text area, okay? We'll tell the user, upload your resume here. Sorry. We have a text area here and we'll say, okay, paste the job description or LinkedIn job posting here, alright? With this, if you choose to buy a LinkedIn job posting, we're going to open a little box so the user, in this case, I'm the user, can write, okay? As always, the app will launch and we'll see everything visually, alright? Perfect. Alright. We need to upload the resume. Alright then, upload file, Streamlit. Oh, the classic, the typical Streamlit function, which is file uploader to upload files. What do you need to tell it? Well, that it has to be a PDF file. Okay. So we'll say, upload your CV in PDF format, and here I make sure it has to be a PDF and not just anything, alright? So, same as always. If the user has uploaded the file and it's not empty, by is not none, okay? We'll do an extremely success. That means file uploaded successfully. Alright, it's here. Once it's uploaded, we need to make a button that performs this general CV analysis functionality or compares it to a job offer, depending on what was selected before. So, we'll make a button. So, again, we'll add a conditional. If this file upload has been successful and we make a button to analyze the CV, we'll say, in case. I'll write it down. If the uploaded file is none, meaning it didn't work, please upload a resume. That means it didn't read it properly or the resume you uploaded isn't valid. If not, if the resume works, you're going to set a couple of things, so, else, and we'll say, try this. We want the PDF, so create a variable called PDF content. And now we'll grab the input setup. All this setup we've done here is basically to receive the PDF and extract all the information we want, making sure it's high quality and all that. You're going to try to extract all the information from the PDF. And then this. Try. Let's see. If analysis type, general CV analysis, in other words, we've created the CV, we've extracted all the information, and if the user has chosen this first option, you're going to do the following. I'll put it here. A prompt. Let's C: Yeah. I'm going to set a prompt. General prompt. Act as an expert in human resources and profile analysis. Analyze the following resume and provide a structured report with main skills, soft skills, languages, suggested job areas, and general comments about the resume's style. This general prompt, if we go up, is this one here that we can respond to. If the user chooses this option or this option, things will happen. This would be the option if the user chooses general CV analysis. Now, what's missing? Do the other one. If that happens, you're going to do the following. Let me check for a moment to make sure everything is correct. I need to put the response here. You're going to generate the Gemini's response, which is here, using the general prompt that was just provided, and the PDF we've uploaded, which is loaded perfectly. In this case, it's the resume. If not, and the else needs to be indented at the same level as the if, we'll do the following. We'll create a comparison prompt. If the user chooses to compare with a LinkedIn job posting, you're going to do this. Act as an advanced ATS system and compare the following resume with the provided job posting. Return the estimated match percentage. It will give me a number showing how well my resume fits the job posting. It will give me a score. All the key skills or qualifications that are missing. Second thing we want. General profile evaluation for this role. And now, for the same reason, we want you to respond. Else, start prompt, and you have to put the response at the same level as the compare prompt, and that's basically it. Get Gemini response. The function is here. Put in the prompt and the PDF. In this case, the PDF will be the same. The prompt will be the one I just entered now, and the description will be all this part here, which we have above. All the text we've entered as users will be the description. Perfect. Finally, we're going to put it at the same level as else. We'll add a subtitle, a right that displays the response, and then we'll handle a couple of errors. This part here is just in case there are errors, what I'm about to add now, up to the try block. Basically, when I did the exercise at home, I ran into some errors and I fixed them. Apoplex is a library that isn't installed by default, and here I explain how to install it, in case you run into this problem yourself. Otherwise, another error could be an error opening the file, because the file you provided doesn't work. It has to be a properly made PDF and not corrupted in any way. Alright. That's it. Press Ctrl S to save, so that this dot disappears. We display the console, Ctrl-N to give it console or terminal, not the console, that is, not the terminal. And now here we run a Streamlit run CV. Little by little. It's already coming together. Perfect. Well, if you want to review the code a bit, now we're going to take a quick look at it, okay? Alright, that's it. Upload your resume and discover your strengths. Okay, let's go. What kind of analysis do you want to do? So, here we can see everything we've done. See? Here it asks you. Here it asks you what kind of analysis you want to do, and you have to choose an option. Ratio is this part right here, okay? You keep going. If you select compare with a job offer, the job description appears, which is this part here, okay? If I click it, well, perfect. Then the box to upload the PDF appears. I'm going to upload my resume, but I'm not going to share it with you all, okay? I'm not going to put it in here. Although, well, my resume is on LinkedIn. No. It's not like it's encrypted or anything, but still, I don't really feel like seeing it or sharing it, okay? So, we'll just use the job description from LinkedIn, okay? I'll copy it and paste it here, okay? And well, the file has already been uploaded here. Here's my resume. File uploaded successfully, and I'm going to analyze it. It's running, so that means it's comparing the job posting with my resume. Let's see now what crazy things it tells me, okay? Because I picked a really long description. It tells me that I have a match with this company of about 60%, 65%, so it's a match. Would you say that's high or low? I would say it's average. When you have a 60% match with a company, you can be satisfied because they always ask for so many things, especially this one, that they're never going to find a 90% match, okay? So this is what I'm missing, okay? And this is, what they think of me in relation to the job posting, okay? And well, if you want me to put it in Spanish, just put the description in Spanish, okay? With a translator or whatever. I'm missing everything, 6 years of experience in mobile development. Well, this I actually do have. The thing is, I didn't have it properly listed on my resume, okay? So this is useful too, because I do have this experience, it's just that I haven't explained it well. Well, it's not picking it up. This is really important, because if I apply to a big company and say, hey, I know how to do this, and it doesn't get detected, then the HR person is just going to discard me right away. It's important, okay? Well, and then it just says general analysis of the resume. Oh, and the resume is already uploaded here, okay? And I say, hey, analyze my resume, okay? According to this prompt, okay? So it tells me, my technical skills, statistical modeling, in the API generated data, machine learning, cloud computing. And then soft skills, well, curiosity, I'm very curious, teamwork, that kind of thing. Then the languages I know, okay? And then where I've worked, etc., etc. Alright, perfect, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video about the resume, and that's it for today's video.